Anthony Slater here with Erik. We're inside the Thunder practice facility. Thunder play the Spurs tomorrow night. They're on a 6-game winning streak. Spurs are playing tonight against Memphis. They're resting a lot of guys, Kawhi Leonard included. Who knows if they'll play tomorrow night? The Spurs have kind of wrapped up the 2 seed, and I'm not sure they're going to get the 1 seed. But, if Kawhi plays tomorrow night, which I think we all want to see full Thunder against full Spurs. But even if he doesn't, what he's become, Kawhi Leonard, which is the best player on, the second best team in the league, it's scary for the Thunder as far as he's changed that matchup.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time since we've seen Kawhi in Oklahoma City. It was the first game of the year, but in that game he went toe-to-toe with Durant, and granted Durant was coming off of the off season where he had the surgery, and it was his first regular season game back. But Kawhi put up a great game. He defended Durant well, and he's been a first-team All-NBA caliber guy this year.
The offense is what he's always been great defensively, but now he's hitting threes. He's posting up. Greg Popovich has kind of unleashed him. And he looks more comfortable being a guy that's isolating at times, that's hitting big shots late in games. Even though I'm not sure he has emotions, he's kind of like the Steven Adams of a small forward. But just he's become incredibly skilled. I think he's shooting like 49% from 3. But anyway, that's just kind of that matchup against Durant. He also guards Westbrook at times. It's just become so key. So we'll see if it's one tomorrow. But here's Kevin Durant talking about. Remember that tweet a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
About how he's assistant player. Kevin Durant kind of renegades on that a little bit. And then also here's Billy Donovan talking about Kawhi.
Has your matchup with Kawhi become one of those matchups you really look forward to, like the Paul Georges, the LeBrons of the league?
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely grown as a player. He's not an assistant player. I know you guys like to throw that word, that term around, but he's just grown so much as a player, a guy that can, I have to be locked in every play. He can shoot the mid-range, he can post up, he can shoot the 3, he can dribble. And he's just grown so much as a player defensively, probably one of the best guys in the league. So it's fun. It's fun when you get that matchup at the small forward. There's so many great guys, but he's one of the guys that's in the top tier.
You mentioned it. Do you regret that tweet at all a few years ago?
No, I don't. I mean, at the time, I didn't even call him assistant player. I just said Paul George was better. I like Paul George better as a player. I can be a fan of the game too. And I thought Paul George, one of my guys was debating with me and said that he was better than Paul George at the time, and I didn't think so. I'm not taking it back. I said that the system is the reason why he's out there. Pop put him in great positions to be the player that he is. So, no, I don't regret it at all. He's grown 3 years ago. If he hasn't grown, that's on him. But he's grown as a player, and I don't take it back.
But what was your first introduction to Kawhi Leonard?
Probably when he played with the Spurs. I knew of him. The hard part, I think, with the West Coast games being at San Diego State is they really probably were on TV a whole bunch. I think his year, they were really, really good that year. So you heard of his name, but I didn't get a chance to see San Diego State play a lot. It's always hard, I think, watching the West Coast from the East Coast, just time-wise. But certainly when he gave into the NBA and the way he's evolved and developed and grown and gotten better, I think it's a great tribute to him and his work ethic.
How incredible a player is he with those hands, arms, and just how he's locked in, it seems like, at all times?
Well, the thing that stands out to me is he comes across to me the way he plays the game with a high level of humility. And I've always said this before, I think you can, in life, you can elect to humble yourself or you will get humbled. And I think the same thing is true in any competitive situation. You can choose to be humble or you can elect to be humbled. And I think sometimes people think being humbled means not having confidence. It doesn't mean anything like that. It just means having a respect for competition and an understanding that when you step across those lines, there's someone that you're lined up against that's just as good and has worked just as hard, and you could get humbled. And the one thing to me is that he comes across as being a guy that's humble. He just goes out there, he plays the game, he does his job, he tries to play both ends of the floor, he tries to do whatever he can to help the team win. He doesn't get wrapped up, at least it appears, in any of his own personal things that he wants to do. And I think because of that, it's allowed him to grow and develop as a player.